Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play BattleTech with the Heavy Metal Expansion. Oh baby. This is our very first mission that we're doing. We've got a Phoenix Hawk, which is a fancy schmancy mech from the Heavy Metal Expansion. We got that as a bonus starter pick for ourselves. We've done a little bit of tweak. We tweaked the fire starter, removing most of its fire start or all of its fire starting elements in exchange for basically more armor. But if we can get ourselves up to 6 flamers, then we'll redesign the fire starter to be a 6 flamer mech, because that is going to be really handy. We are currently here on an assassination mission. What I'm going to do, I think, too, is I'm going to tweak the audio just a little. I think some of the sounds were a little loud. I think what I'll do is I'll just bring the sound effects down a scooch, because I think they may be a little intense when we're in the middle of things. But we'll leave the voice up because it's nice. So it's an assassination mission. We've got a target somewhere. I think that's the target, but he is being defended by some dudes. So we're going to want to deal with that as well. Very hilly terrain. I like this. Although, we have 2 Centurions here which do not have jump jets, so they actually might have a slightly problematic time. They do have LRM-10s, which means they'll still be able to do indirect fire even if they don't have vision over things. So that's going to be okay. So we're going to try to engage his supporting force alone without engaging him directly. So that's the supporting force over there. We're going to sprint up as much as we can here. And here, yeah, we can jump quite a bit further. The Phoenix Hawk has a special built into its chassis thing where it gets 10%, 10 or 20%. I'm actually not sure at this point, because it's got one module in each of its side torsos, left and right torso, that say, you know, plus 10% jump distance, plus 10% damage after jump. I don't know if that's actually 2 separate ones and they stack, or if it's all sort of the same one. But anyway, more jump and more damage after jump sounds pretty good. I can jump up to here with the fire starter, so we'll do that. A nice thing with the jump, you do go into guarded afterwards too. So the enemy is moving first. In fact, I'm going to reserve and let the enemy take all of its moves, because it's very unlikely to be able to take any shots, and even if it could, we're super well entrenched here. And I want to make sure I'm not jumping and then giving them a good shot. I want them to move up a little bit, and then I will take a shot. Now, in fact, I'm even tempted here. Like, I could delay it even more. Now, I know that my assassination target... How far away is he? He could be... It's blipping me over there. I'm a little worried here, if I jump here with the Phoenix Hawk, that I might be exposing my back to him. But I guess I can go here. Plus, it'll give me a height advantage, which is good. We'll be in cover of the woods. It's not my max... See, this is extra evasion pip, but I'm a little closer. How do I feel about that? I think we'll take the extra evasion pip.
Engaging jump jets.
That is a shiny-looking mech. So we got a Locust and a Commando. I do really like the Commando. I think we're going to open fire on the Locust. Both of them are in the woods, and they've got their guarded on, so they're going to take 40% less damage. We'll open up on the Locust because it has less armor. We'll just try to rip that out first. We are going to generate a lot of heat here.
All weapons.
This mech is definitely going to have some downtime every few rounds where it doesn't do anything.
Enemy mech.
And we'll probably do some more tweaking as we get some more bits and bobs. So shut in here on the fire starter is also going to take a big leap forward. And ideally, yeah, it is going to be within range of all of its small weapons, which is great. Fire starter here would like to do actual melee. But this might be overkill, but what's that saying? There's no such thing as too much overkill. It's open fire and reload. Something like that. So I will move up a little here.
Copy that.
The Centurion, and yeah, I don't think we have to worry about preserving ammo here, and it's not like the heat's going to be an issue. So we'll take the shots on the Commando, even though they will do 40% less. Which no, let's stay in the woods. On the LRMs, because of rounding, the LRMs really get hurt a lot by the cover. So like, because it rounds down to the nearest integer. So if they have 20% damage resistance, they're effectively counting as 25% against the LRM, and with the 40%, it's effectively counting as a 50% damage reduction. So, kind of sucks. But what can you do? Alright, so the Commando is going to move here. I think I moved into the Spore Cloud, which I think makes them harder to hit, but take more damage. Still, we're definitely going to open up. What is it again? Standing in Spore Fields, an additional 20% damage when hit due to the corrosive effects, but +4 difficulty to hit units passing through spore clouds. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and smash it in the face with my fire starter. Actually, maybe we'll do the side here, just because I won't get in the way as much. But you can see how my weapons are such a low chance to hit because of the spore cloud. But it's not going to affect the melee. And we may as well fire all the weapons. I mean, come on.
Moving out.
Boom! Ooh, just wiped out the leg right away, which is great. He's going to be much easier to hit. He's not going to have evasion. We'll be able to do free called shots. It's very handy. I think they did change the machine gun so that they can't head hit. I think there's like a...
Awaiting orders.
Is there a buffer for the damage? I feel like they did something like that. I guess the Phoenix Hawk is also going to melee, just because we're running hot. So we'll do that. We're not going to be able to do the called shot to a location.
Engaging.
Stomp.
Critical attack.
But it's going to be okay.
Enemy mech. Critical damage.
So I think the Centaurians are still going to kind of generally lumber towards where assassination target might be. But turn to make sure we can still do an indirect fire. This
Moving out.
risks potentially exposing our back to wherever our target is. That's pretty crummy. But again, I'm not too worried about preserving our ammo here. I don't think that's going to matter. I'm not going to do a precise shot. I could boost it, but it's only for one weapon, so no. I guess we'll see if we can target the leg. Because we are low on tactics at this point in the game, our called shot ability is pretty poor. Now that's interesting. This guy took a hit to the pilot from falling down. He just took another pilot damage from losing a torso.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, actually, here's the thing. I'm trying to play. Okay, getting ahead of myself. If you kill a mech by destroying a center torso, you get 1 piece of salvage towards the mech. If you kill the mech by legging it, you get more. If you kill the mech by having the pilot be killed by hitting max injuries, you also get more. Whether you get 2 or 3 depends on various body parts that are still there. But so by taking out the legs, or by knocking someone down, or by destroying the torsos, because every time you destroy a side torso, the pilot takes damage. Also, if there's an ammo explosion, the pilot takes damage. These are different ways to get maximum salvage on your mech. The thing is, we don't really care about the commando salvage.
On it.
It's going to be the assassination target that I kind of want more of the max. Oh, it's a shame that I didn't kill him there.
Yes,
That is actually kind of annoying. I think I'm just going to punch it again with the fire starter. Because we might kick him somewhere non-fatal. It could happen, but with the huge spew of damage, almost certainly something was going to hit the center torso and finish it off. But we're going to do that. Enemy contact. There we go. Entering combat. So there's our target over there. Oh, it did start a new round, so I get the fire starter again, which is kind of nice. Now, that's interesting. If I move here, I'd get vision, but I wouldn't have woods. I think what I'll do is I'll just reserve. Let him move. He'll either move towards us to try to get into cover, or to try to get into target range, or he'll move to something that gives him better defense. At some point, he could start running, but he's not at that point yet. That is really annoying, because I actually can't get vision on him.
Standing by. Yes, Commander.
Yeah, that is turbo annoying.
Receiving you.
But I guess this is what's going to happen anyway. I guess all we can really do is kind of move forward. Man, these Centaurians are slow. I think it's worth doing a sprint to here.
Throttle down. Awaiting orders.
Even to here. I suspect they're going to be stuck doing a lot of indirect fire. This ridge here is going to be kind of annoying. We'll just jump forward as much as we can, and then brace. And jump forward as much as we can. And then brace again. And let's reserve. So he might move towards us, or at the very least it means if we move towards him, he won't be able to take a shot this round, which is nice.
What's up, boss?
Alright, I think the thing to do is going to be this first. This seems fairly clear.
Affirmative.
So we got a Vulcan. I'm not really familiar with the Vulcans, but this is definitely not a very heavy mech. It is fully armored, unlike the things we were just fighting, so it'll take some more punishment, but we've got full volley. I could do a precision strike here. I don't think it's worth doing while he's guarded, because he's taking reduced damage from things. Yeah, see, missing with the autocannon is so unsatisfying. Next round, he'll probably fight us. So he probably won't be guarded, and that'll be a good time to go and spend all our resolve on some called shots. Plus, we may have made some stuff weak. CQC suit destroyed. Suite destroyed. This must be one of the new mechs from Heavy Metal. It has a unique component, which we just took out. CQC. It's like command and something. I don't know. Wow, look at how much heat we generate here. I think I'm going to pull back on that. Now, I'd love to be able to get the most out of this guy as possible. The thing is, he's already taking huge damage to the center torso. It feels pretty much impossible for us to take out this mech in a way that maximizes salvage. So I think it's probably fine for us to just assume we'll do a called shot to the center torso. But I won't do it on this one.
Waiting for orders.
But maybe shut in? Oh, you can't actually get in range, can you? Alright, maybe just next round then. We'll just jump to here.
Right.
I mean, we're not going to be in cover, but I don't think he's really going to get an angle to shoot us.
Orders?
I guess he is a medium mech, because he's moving on a 3. Are we going to be in range for the short stuff? No, but if I do this, it will be. Now, I could generate a crap ton of potential crits. Maybe I'll just try called shotting him to the head and hope we get lucky with a bunch of machine gun blows. Well, you can only take, per round of attacks, you can only take 1 injury, no matter how many head hits there are.
Jumping.
And it's not going to improve our hit percentage above 80%. Could we get really lucky? I mean, we'll make an attempt.
Roger.
I mean, the other thing, argument to be made is if I just go for the center torso, at least he can't damage me.
Hope we can stop.
Yeah, so that's a little disappointing. We'll get only 1 piece of salvage from him. We'll have to work harder to get another Vulcan later on. Money. Yeah, 40 tonner. No special equipment over here. No, we'll probably just grab a piece of the commando and then random some more stuff, which does include another flamer. Which brings us, what, to a total of 5? Yeah, if we hit 6, we'll probably do a 6 flamer fire starter at that point. It may not be able to max armor. Well, maybe we'll go like 4 jump jets? Unless we just forego the jump jets entirely, because it's not like they're slow on foot. The jump jets do add a lot of maneuverability, though. I'm going to go engineer. No, sorry, mech bay. Components. Yeah, 5 flamers. Okay. No damage. I guess we can do another mission right away. That was actually short, only 12 minutes long. I'll grab the piloting for now, just because I really like being able to get that second pip of stability. And then after that, it's usually, okay, at that point, I want you to have the extra hit point from the guts. And then usually I get everyone with bulwark, because I do like to spend so much time in cover, which seems like a pretty good idea. I don't know about you.
Training confirmed, Commander.
I don't really need the bonus health on the main character, although it does mean if you do get injured, you recover a lot faster. But the main character can't be killed. So Quill will never be killed. So I don't think we're making any tweaks to the mechs. We'll just jump into another contract right away. Escort mission in a desert. I like escort missions. They do tend to be easier than most. It'd be a full skull mission. That might be okay. Recovery. Here's another assassination. Let's do it. There we go. Bump that up to 2 picks. I'm trying to focus on the assassinations. We might be able to get our next, our next mech that we're actually going to want to deploy as soon as possible. The funny thing is, like, if I were to get a new mech, what would I be replacing first? Honestly, potentially one of the Centaurians. So, they're not bad. The Centaurians have pretty decent melee. In terms of free tonnage, they're actually pretty good there as well. Actually, the Centurion has the most free tonnage of any of the medium mechs. It is tied with the Enforcer and the Hunchback for free tonnage. Because it must have a fairly small engine for its size. I mean, it still moves at a 130, which isn't bad. So yeah, the Centaurians aren't terrible. Maybe just more redesigns to the Centaurians more than anything else. Okay, keep an eye out for propaganda agents, possible escape route. She didn't read. Yes, so it's an assassination.
Yes,
Centaurians will just sprint.
Position.
And we'll do a jump because it will have the built-in brace as well,
Engaging jump jets.
which is awfully nice. Plus moves us a little further because the water's kind of slow.
Commander.
Yeah, we might be able to get some
On my
elevation
way.
advantages. Let's go this way because it'll get you out of the water a little faster. I want to make sure... I think to delay starting the fight until the Centaurians get a little closer. So we're just going to do a short jump to here.
Jump jets.
And actually, let me do it this way, rather than take a hex forward. So I want to just give the Centaurians the most chance possible to get in a better firing position. There we go.
On the move.
We can't fire round one, so it doesn't really matter where we go. So we'll just go and try to advance as much as possible
Up
with
high.
these guys. And you can see the Phoenix Hawk is definitely jumping. They both have 6 jump jets. They're both basically in the same spot. Look how much further the Phoenix Hawk went.
Standing by.
I'm going to wait here because I'm not worried about taking a first action. I've got huge evasion and everything. Oh, we got a Hunchback. Is that the assassination target? I don't think so. That's a 50-ton mech. No, yeah, because it's just a recruit. That's a 50-ton mech.
Standing by.
That's a lot more than I expected. Let me do some more reserving here. So again, I don't want to like move forward into someone's firing range. They can do a long-range fire there, but I got evasion. I got the cover and guarded. Not taking very much from it. I don't think there's anyone moving on it too, because there won't be heavies. There could be
Awaiting
vehicles, I
orders.
suppose. So I can start firing.
Commander?
Opening with melee is probably... I mean, this means I don't jump for the bonus damage, but melee ignores the cover. We might be able to get this guy to be unstable. We might even be able to knock him down very quickly, because melee's got pretty good stability damage. So I think that's going to be the thing to do,
Physical attack.
is just punch him a couple of times with
What's up,
Quill and
Bob?
Shut-In. Oh, Shut-In can't punch him. Oh, and there's a target there, too. Well, dang. I mean, I don't know if back damage is really what we're looking for, but it will ignore the cover of the forest, so we may as well do that. Just unload into a spine.
Aye, aye.
3 damage per. That's another one. The machine guns can take some brutal rounding down to like 1 fairly easily. So, oh yeah. How much do I care about the missile range? So, I don't know if I mentioned it in the last episodes. The LRMs have a minimum range of 180, and the medium lasers have an optimal range of 180. So sometimes you can get exactly right. Here, I think the medium lasers are going to get a slight penalty from being just a little too long range. Yeah, but at least they still fire.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
The autocannon hit. The missiles hit, so it's nice and unstable, which is good. Alright, well, yeah, we'll go with this as well. I mean, he's still in the woods, so he's taking some reduced damage, but... Another autocannon hit, and if enough missiles hit, he could... Yeah, no, he's not knocked down. The thing is, as our first target, we can't necessarily... Yeah, that sucks. Originally, I didn't realize there was someone there. As our first target, we can't really afford to necessarily min-max our odds of getting a, maximum salvage kind of thing. So I think I'm just going to punch him in the back.
Roger. Targeting.
If it doesn't kill him, it should knock him down, which will also reduce his initiative. Okay, torso damage, that's a pilot injury. A knockdown is another pilot injury. If we can do called shots to the other torso and take it out, we'll get, I think we get 2 salvage, because I think if it's lost any torsos, I think as long as it's lost any torso, we get 1 less salvage. I think if you do a pure, like, headshot kill, or you just take out both legs, I think you'll get 3 pieces. But I think with any torsos, you get less. I'd love to melee here, but in vanilla BattleTech, for some reason, while the AI could, like, move and melee, in this situation, we can't. You need a mod for it. I may as well jump, I guess. It will give us the bonus to damage. And it'll give me an extra evasion pip. So I'll just jump to here. It generates more heat. It's worth keeping that in mind. And I'm going to target here. Now, there's a good chance we're just going to hit the center torso, and he'll just die. But it was worth, I think, a try. And I'm not going to spend extra time milking this for extra loot, because it is the first target. Not that I feel very threatened. I'm going to move here, because I think that'll be better overlap for our various weapons.
Confirmed.
But I didn't want to take any chances. That's actually probably... No, I'm going to want to save my resolve for maybe precise shots on
Give them
the
everything I've got.
target. I was going to say it's a good time for it because we could actually use, you know, better chances to hit.
On it.
But I guess we'll have to do what we can do.
Confirmed.
This is a light mech. You do have the, it's a lot harder to hit a light mech. So they have an extra +3 built-in evasion, basically. Medium mechs have a +1 built-in evasion. And then, I think with heavies and assaults, I don't think there's any difference anymore. I think they're just at a flat 0, yeah. You don't get a bonus to hit
Waiting for
assaults.
orders.
So I won't be able to melee you, but I will be able to unload everything. I guess that's the thing. It's like, is there much of a difference between meleeing plus support weapons versus medium lasers and support weapons? Medium lasers don't have knockdown and they generate heat. I guess that would be the thing. So that's the propagandist. That's my kill target. I didn't actually catch what kind of mech he was there.
Standing by.
A Vindicator. Okay. So, not anything new. Unfortunately, I can't get in a position to actually have direct line of sight with this guy, which is a bit unfortunate. Rather than fire... So, I could do this. What's my chance to hit the LRMs? 65, but he has, like, huge amounts of cover. So the LRMs aren't going to hit for much. I'm thinking it might be... I'll just sprint this round. It'll also burn off a little bit more heat. Not that it matters much, but put us in a better position for next round. I think that's going to be okay. Now you can go and do a full volley, although you're even hotter. And medium lasers aren't in range, but I think it's worth going for. Do I want to start on a cold shot right now? I think yes. Now we're very unlikely to get the head hit. Maybe what I'll do is I'll try to see if we can increase the chance of maybe just legging this guy. But yeah, he took, like, very reduced. There's my Phoenix Hawk. Overheat warning. I'll just turn off... actually, I'll turn off the large laser, because the ratio's not as good, and actually I needed that to bring it below the thing anyway. I was going to say, that's the arm with the PPC. Unfortunately, I can't hit that arm from this side. I'll just take a shot as is. Ooh, it looks like those may have been leg shots, which is nice. And yeah, I guess it actually doesn't make sense to use... Oh, he's already trying to run for it. Which is going to change the ratio of him attacking us.
Lifting off.
Yeah, you did take some leg damage. Now... No, I don't think it makes sense to do the called shot right now, the precise shot, because he is still in the forest. It would be nice to focus on that leg. We might still get lucky. You can see the machine guns are only doing 1 damage per right now because of all the defense.
On that one.
The rounding works out really poorly. I'm going to... Oh, shit, that was a new round. I should have just delayed you. I was thinking the same round. I wanted to delay until you move, because you're going to make a run. Yeah, Shit. Because that would have been very much the ideal.
Moving to position.
I mean, at least the Firestarter will get an attack next time, but he would have been able to get 2 in a row. So now's a good time for precision shot, because he no longer has the damage reduction, and the odds to hit were kind of poor. We'll see if we can leg him. There you go, which will prevent them from running very fast, but also potentially start us on the path of getting some extra loot. The Vindicator is not like the sexiest necessarily to pick up, but it is heavier than what we've got. It's 45 tons, I think. Yeah.
Ready for order.
And I mostly like its hard points, I think.
Confirmed.
So let's target the other leg for now. Left torso, so it's another injury. So unless he's got bonus hit points, he's at 1 of 3. But he might, since he is like a special dude. I guess we'll do this and not overheat. Okay. So actually, let me hit. If I can hit that torso, that might be the end of him. Nope.
Commander. On the move.
No, if I go there, it's 28% chance, but we're not going to hit the leg. And actually, it's weirdly, aiming for the leg has a higher percentage chance of hitting the center torso accidentally. Suppose I could go for the arm, and overkill might go there. Actually, it actually brings down the chance of torso shot. I don't know, I'll aim for the torso. Probably we'll just end up hitting too much in the center torso and killing him. Yeah, we also hit the right torso, but...
Hostile removed.
I could have tweaked it, maybe,
Successful.
but It's fine. It's not like we have that much equipment pick, and he's not a super special mech, so maxing out the salvage on him isn't the biggest issue. But yeah, we'll grab the Hunchback and the Vindicator as guaranteed. Confirm. Get a bunch of medium lasers. Can't complain about that. In this early game, big medium laser boats tend to be what I like to pack. And then as the game goes longer and longer, I tend to be more and more about LRM spam. Sit far back, nuke people from orbit, knock them down a whole bunch. Very good. Mech Bay is we're in solid shape over here. Yeah. Well, what I think I'm going to do is maybe in between episodes here, I'll do I don't know, maybe we'll keep recording for now. Sure. We'll probably burn through all the cheap contracts on this planet. I mean, part of me would like to go up to maybe, we could probably take Skull and a half pretty easily right now. Maybe even 2 skulls with some difficulty and risk. But there'd be travel time to go somewhere else. We may as well go through all of the ones that are here and then move on. That seems okay to me. All right, so I'll put in a cut and we'll come back and we'll do some more. Thanks for watching. See you next time.